Oh, Lord. Okay. This is really dark. So, you guys are going to have to bear with me. I was live earlier, and I honestly have no clue what happened. I think I clicked on upcoming event instead of creating an event. I don't know what I did, but I did a live earlier, or at least I attempted to, and I don't know what I did. But, it's dark, and I didn't choose great location. My bad. But, I needed to jump on real quick just to, kind of discuss something. But, so I wanted to do a live this weekend. Saturday, David and I had a date night, went to Lucille's, great food. And then Sunday, I thought, maybe we'll do a live together. We haven't done a live together on the channel. And, we were cleaning house and then got the news that Kobe, Gigi, his daughter, and 7 others had been killed, in that helicopter crash. And seeing the look on David's face that day literally made my heart sink. Seeing a grown man cry is really hard, especially especially someone dear to you that is supposed to be a rock. Or, you, like my dad, like, the boys in our family, or like our sons. When I see them cry, it literally breaks my heart, because you know darn well that something is wrong, or something has really, really touched them. So the look of terror on his face was horrible. And then going downstairs and watching the news with him and watching him cry was tough. I know that was a childhood hero to him. And he touched so many lives, and it was just so sudden, so tragic. And then to know, there were other people on that helicopter, other husbands, wives, children, it's horrible. It really, really puts life into perspective, and, makes you think twice. Don't go to bed angry at your kids, your loved ones. Let things go, apologize when needed. And, speaking of apologies, there's one person right now who probably deserves one the most. And yes, I'm publicly speaking about that. Those close to us, sometimes we tend to hurt, and our intentions are not to hurt people. And it sucks, but I'm sorry. I love my family. My family, if anything, means the most to me, and I take them for granted, because you expect your family is going to be here tomorrow. Your family is going to be here years from now. You talk about your future plans with your kids, and what are we going to do next week? What are we going to do next month? What are we going to do for the summer? And it's just, life is short. You never know when your last day is, your last moment. It sucks, like, thinking of this whole Kobe passing away with his daughter. It's like, he leaves a wife and 3 daughters behind. These other families leave children behind now, loved ones behind. And it's like, they got into a helicopter on Sunday going to basketball practice, expecting, I'm sure, later that day, what are we going to do? Oh, we have plans, they're going to go here, they're going to come back, we're going to go about our day. And you know what? I mean, seriously, that's all I can think about this week is his wife, I'm sure, expected them to come back, and when they came back, they probably had plans, or, oh, we're going to spend time together. And hours later, you get a call that, your husband and your daughter are gone. Like, I can't fathom that thought, you know, of losing a husband, let alone, you know, a child. My heart, prayers go out to Vanessa and her daughters, as well as, you know, the other families involved. You know, I'm sure they all had plans that day, which ended abruptly that morning. And it's really, really tough. You know, I work out in Westwood, so I drive through downtown LA every day, and driving through downtown LA, there's lights, there's banners of him. You know, the victims' names are on the marquee at the Staples Center, and that is, that was a reality this week to see that. You know, it really, really was a reality that, like, wow, you know, life is short. You know, our next breath is not promised. So, you know, apologize when necessary. Which I don't do often. You know, if you hurt your children's feelings, which it happens, you know, as a parent, sometimes you yell at your kids and then realize later, you know, what you yelled for wasn't the biggest deal and could have been ironed out, you know, but we tend to have long working days and we're exhausted and we come home and, you know, we do take it out on those closest to us. We're all guilty of it. Jobs at the end of the day, you know, are just jobs. Every single job is just a job at the end of the day. It's like, at the end of the day, what's important? Family. You know, your husband, your wife, your spouse, whatever, your parents, your children, those people are what matter most. And, you know, you take life for granted. I take people for granted, I do, and I'm guilty of that. You know, you can ask David. I can be a jerk. I could be well, I don't want to say it, but I could be a jerk. I could be an idiot. I could be a moron. And I don't say it enough. I don't apologize enough. You know, sometimes I just go about life and expect, you know, everybody will be there. Never knowing, you know, something bad can happen, or on my way home, something can happen to me and I'll, you know, won't see my loved ones again. But, you know, it's all about appreciating who you have, appreciating what you have, even if it's not much. You know, instead of striving to get all those things that you want that are out of reach, you know, more of appreciating what you actually have in front of you. You know, I'm not talking about materialistic things. Those things are not important. Just your family, your loved ones. You know, I try to say I love you. I try to be affectionate with my family, and some days I don't think I do that enough. All I know is I'm sorry. You know, if I've hurt your feelings, those were never my intentions. I do owe someone an apology, and I'm really sorry. You know, if anything, my family means the world to me, whether they know that or not. You know, I need to say it more. I need to say it a lot more. I know I don't say it enough. You know, I try to text my kids and my loved ones that I love them at least once a day, you know, in the middle of chaos, at least once a day. But, it's something I need to say more. Because you honestly just never know when your last day is here. I mean, it's not funny. It's just reality. It's scary. It's reality. But, you know, when our time is up, our time is up. We have no control over that. And sadly, you know, those who have to go earlier than expected, you know, you leave loved ones behind who have to hurt over it. And it's seems so unfair. You know, Kobe's family, it seems so unfair to the loved ones who lost their lives that day as well. It seems so unfair that their families have to grieve now for multiple people. It's sad. It's really sad, but I will say, you know, watching not like just California, not just LA, watching the world come together to celebrate Kobe's life, Kobe's legacy, has been probably the most amazing thing to witness this week. You know, unfortunately over, you know, a situation that's not great. But in the midst of chaos in the world, you know, the world has come together to honor him, and it's pretty cool to see. But my message to you all, guys, is tell your loved ones you love them. Say sorry and mean it. Hug your loved ones more often. You know, put down your phones. Put chores aside. Put tasks and jobs aside for just a little bit, just to sit and tell those you love that you love them. You know, we wake up every day and go about our crazy, crazy day in this world, and you don't think twice. You know, you just go about your day, you go to work, you come home, you do what you need to do to get ready for the next day. You know, you get into bed at a decent hour, or at least try to. And life can be gone. And it's like, so what did I do yesterday with my loved ones that left an impression yesterday on them? And, that's something I need to work on. So for those that I've hurt, you know who you are, and I'm sorry, and I love you. You know, life is fragile. Like, extremely fragile. So my message to you guys is honestly, like, tell your loved ones you love them. Tell them you're happy and, you know, you're proud of them. Tell your kids you're proud of them. You know, if you're angry at someone, tell them you're sorry. Mean it. Hug them. Because tomorrow may not come for some of us. And it's not worth being angry over. So my message at the end is, I'm sorry. I can be a jerk and a moron. Life is precious, and I don't want to take anyone who I love, you know, for granted. So, just be happy that we were given another day to live, guys. Another breath to breathe. And just cherish those around you. Like, really, really hug and cherish those around you. Life is short. So, alright guys, I'm going to end this. Have a good night. My next live, I promise, will be on a more positive note. Have a good night, guys. Go hug your loved ones. Go tell them you love them. Make every minute count, guys. Good night. No.